Most men start their morning the same way. Shuffle to the kitchen, pour a hot cup of coffee, maybe glance at the news. But here's something we rarely talk about. While you're busy waking up your brain, your penis has already been trying to talk to you. Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Bennett. I've spent over 30 years working with men just like you, men in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond, helping them protect what matters most, their strength, their independence, their dignity. And if there's one thing I've learned in all those years, it's this. Your penis isn't just about sex. It's about circulation. It's about hormones. It's about early warning signs that your body is giving you, if you know how to listen. See, the truth is, most men ignore their penis until something goes wrong. No one taught us to check in with it the same way we check our blood pressure or our cholesterol. But what if I told you that just a few small habits, done each morning, could dramatically improve your energy, your confidence, your urinary health, and even your ability to stay sexually active well into your later years? In this video, I'm going to walk you through 8 simple, doctor-approved steps you can take every morning, right from the comfort of your own home. You won't need pills, powders, or fancy gadgets. Just a little attention, a few minutes, and a mindset that says, I'm worth this. And before we dive in, I want to give you a heads up. Step 6 is one that nearly every man skips, but in my clinic, that's where we often see the earliest signs of trouble. I'll explain exactly what to look for when we get there. Naked. Now, I know this might sound strange at first, maybe even a little uncomfortable. We grew up in a world where men didn't talk about this stuff, especially not out loud. But here's the thing. Silence never healed anyone. Awareness does. So if you're ready to feel more in control of your body, and maybe even feel more like your old self again, stick with me. These next few minutes could be the beginning of a very different morning routine, one that helps you not just wake up, but wake up with purpose. Let's get started. Now, here's the very first thing every man over 60 should do for his penis the moment he wakes up. It's simple. It takes less than a minute, and yet it could make all the difference. Take a look. Just look. Not with judgment, not with shame, just attention. This may sound awkward at first. I get it. We weren't raised to look at ourselves this way. In fact, many men I've worked with admit they've gone years, sometimes decades, without really seeing their own body. But I'll tell you what I tell every man who walks into my clinic. The penis often shows signs of trouble before you feel anything. Redness, swelling, a small bump that wasn't there yesterday, flaky skin, unusual discharge. These aren't just cosmetic quirks. They're your body's way of whispering, hey, something's not right. And if you catch these signs early, you give yourself the best possible chance of simple, effective treatment. Let me tell you about George. He's 67. One morning he noticed a small, rough patch of skin on the underside of his penis. It didn't hurt, so he almost ignored it. But he brought it up during his annual visit. Turns out, it was a precancerous lesion. We treated it early and it never became serious. That one quiet act of paying attention might have saved him from a very different outcome. And if you're uncircumcised, this step is even more important. Gently retract the foreskin and check underneath. No need to force it, no rush, just a few seconds of care, like checking the oil in your car before a long trip. It's not about fear, it's about respect. It's not about shame, it's about preparation. I like to think of this as one of the most respectful things a man can do for himself in the morning. The more familiar you are with what's normal for your body, the faster you'll notice when something isn't. That kind of awareness, it's powerful. It puts you back in the driver's seat of your own health. And once this habit becomes part of your routine, it doesn't feel strange anymore. It feels smart. And honestly, it feels like self-respect. So tomorrow morning, before you head to the bathroom, just take a moment. Look before you go. Now, once that's done, what you drink before you even reach the toilet can make a surprising difference. Let's talk about that next. Let's talk about a habit so small, so simple, most men overlook it entirely. Drinking water before you go to the bathroom in the morning. Now, I'll be honest with you. For most of my life, even as a doctor, I did what every man does. I woke up, felt the pressure, and made a beeline for the toilet. It was automatic. No second thought. And I never questioned it until I started noticing something in my older patients. The men who stayed sharp, steady, and had fewer urinary problems as they aged, they all shared one quiet habit. They drank a glass of water before their morning bathroom trip. It might sound backwards. Why would you drink when you already need to go? But here's what's going on under the hood. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body is naturally dehydrated. Your blood is thicker. Circulation is slower. Your kidneys are trying to do their job with limited fluid. And your pelvic region, where so much male health begins, hasn't seen a good flush in hours. That first glass of water? It's not just hydration. It's a wake-up call. It tells your body it's safe to let go now. It primes your kidneys, rehydrates your tissues, and gets blood flowing where it needs to go, including your penis. One man, Ron, he's 71, told me that after starting this habit, he noticed less straining when he peed, stronger flow, and even better morning erections. Just from one glass of water. It's like starting your car after a cold night. You wouldn't drive off without warming it up first. So why treat your body any differently? Personally, I keep a glass of room temperature water right on my nightstand. That way, before my feet even hit the floor, I'm already doing something good for my system. No effort, no excuses. It's these small choices, done consistently, that add up to big changes. Better circulation, better control, more comfort, and, honestly, more confidence. So tomorrow morning, try it. Before your first steps, before the coffee, before the bathroom, just reach for water. It's one of the easiest ways to tell your body, I'm here, I'm paying attention. And once your inner engine's warming up, we'll move on to the next essential step. How to get your blood flowing on the outside too. No gym shoes needed. I'll show you how next. Now that your body is starting to wake up on the inside, it's time to gently wake it up on the outside too. And no, I'm not going to tell you to go jogging or hit the gym. What I'm about to suggest takes only 60 seconds, but it could be one of the best things you do for your health today. Stretch. Just a simple morning stretch. For years, I thought stretching was something for athletes, yoga instructors, or people with too much free time. I never really gave it much thought, until one morning I noticed how stiff I felt getting out of bed. Not just in my back or legs, but deeper. My body felt sluggish, heavy, like the blood in my lower half hadn't fully woken up with the rest of me. That's when it clicked. As we age, circulation slows, especially to the lower body. And that matters, because the penis is a vascular organ. It relies entirely on good blood flow to function properly. Poor circulation doesn't just affect your heart, it affects your erections, your bladder, and your pelvic muscles too. So I started doing a simple stretch right there next to my bed. I stand tall, take a deep breath in, raise my arms overhead, then slowly twist my torso left and right. Nothing fast, nothing forced. After that, I gently lift one knee at a time like I'm marching in place. Just 10 steps. That's it. And let me tell you, it works. Within days, I felt more alert. My morning stiffness eased, and yes, even my bathroom visits felt more controlled. Some of my patients have told me, "Doc, I feel like I've got my legs back." Others report fewer nighttime trips to the bathroom and better morning erections. That's the power of simple movement. We weren't meant to lie still for 8 hours and then stay stiff for another hour after waking up. Your body is made to move. And that movement gets your nervous system online and your blood flowing where it's needed most. So tomorrow morning, after your glass of water and before you start your day, just take 60 seconds to stretch. It's a small act with big returns. One more way to say, I'm still here, and I still care. Up next, we're going to talk about something most men ignore, yet it might be the clearest signal your body sends you each morning. Let's break that down. All right, let's talk about something that almost every man notices, but very few understand. Your morning erection. Now this is the part where some men chuckle, some get uncomfortable, and a lot of them just move on. But I want you to stay with me, because what I'm about to share might be one of the most honest insights into your overall health. I'm Dr. Michael Bennett, and I've spent over 3 decades working with men who thought their problems were just getting older. But what they were really seeing were signals, early ones. And your morning erection is one of the clearest. You don't need to track it with a journal or talk about it over breakfast, but I do want you to notice it. Ask yourself, did it happen today? Was it as firm as it used to be? Did it fade quickly? Did it feel like it used to? Because here's the truth. A healthy morning erection means that your heart is pumping well, your testosterone is active, and your nerves are communicating properly. It's not about desire. It's about systems that are functioning the way they should. When that signal starts to go missing, and it continues for weeks or months, it's time to take notice. Not panic, just pay attention. Let me tell you about Ray. He's 72. He hadn't had a morning erection in over a year. He thought it was just normal for his age. But when we ran a few tests, we discovered early-stage cardiovascular disease. We caught it early enough to treat, all because he was willing to mention one quiet symptom that most men ignore. So I ask you, gently, are you paying attention to your body's signals? This isn't about ego. It's about information. It's about tuning in instead of tuning out. And once you understand that your penis is a messenger, not just a machine, you can respond with wisdom instead of shame. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. So tomorrow morning, notice what's there, or what isn't, and know that whatever you find, it's simply your body speaking. The more you listen, the more you'll know what it needs. And if these insights are starting to resonate with you, and you'd like to keep learning more about natural ways to restore your energy and confidence, go ahead and click subscribe. That way you won't miss the rest of this powerful series. Now, speaking of needs, up next we're going to talk about something men often do too much of, thinking it's helpful when it's quietly causing harm. Let's talk about how to clean the right way. Let's talk about something simple, yet surprisingly easy to get wrong. How you clean your penis in the shower. For years, I thought I was doing the right thing. Hot water, strong soap, scrubbing like I was washing a car. It felt good. It felt clean. But what I didn't realize, until I saw it play out over and over in my practice, was that too much cleaning can actually cause harm. You see, the skin around your penis is thin, delicate. It's protected by a natural layer of oils and friendly bacteria. This protective barrier helps maintain balance, preventing dryness, irritation, and infection. But when we use harsh soaps, hot water, and rough scrubbing, we strip that natural defense away. And that's when problems start: burning, redness, itching, even cracks in the skin. I've seen dozens of men come into my office thinking they had a serious infection, only to discover they were just overwashing. One man, Carl, 66, came in worried he had something bad down there. After a quick conversation, I asked him what soap he used. It was an industrial-strength deodorant bar, twice a day. No wonder he was hurting. So what should you do instead? Simple. Use lukewarm water and a mild, unscented soap. Gently wash the area. No need to scrub. If you're uncircumcised, retract the foreskin carefully and rinse underneath. No force. No rush, just consistency and care. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't need to brush harder to brush better. You just need to do it the right way, every day. These few moments in the shower, if done with awareness instead of autopilot, can actually become an act of quiet respect. When you treat your body gently, especially a part that's often been ignored or shamed, you start changing how you feel about yourself. And trust me, that shift matters. When you care for your body without shame, it shows in how you move, how you feel, and how others respond to you. So tomorrow morning, don't skip this step. But don't overdo it either. Clean, but not too much. Gentle, but consistent. And once you're out of the shower and feeling fresh, the next thing you put in your body, your breakfast, can either support all this good work or slowly undo it. Let me show you what a penis-healthy breakfast really looks like. You might be surprised. Let's talk about breakfast. Now, I know for a lot of us, breakfast is just whatever's easy. Maybe it's a couple of eggs, a slice of toast, maybe some bacon if we're feeling indulgent. It's not something most men think too hard about. We just eat what we know. But over the years, both as a doctor and as a man in my own 60s, I've come to realize that first meal of the day can either support your health or slowly work against it, especially when it comes to your penis. Yes, you heard me right. What you put on your plate in the morning has a direct impact on your blood flow, your testosterone levels, your prostate health, and your long-term sexual function. The standard American breakfast, high in processed meats, sugar, and refined carbs, may be traditional, but it's also quietly doing damage. Foods like bacon, sausage, white toast, or sugary cereals are loaded with saturated fats and sodium. Over time, they clog arteries, drop your energy, and reduce blood flow to where you need it most. Now, compare that to what I eat these days: a warm bowl of oatmeal with walnuts, chia seeds, and a handful of blueberries. Sometimes I'll add a hard-boiled egg or a slice of whole-grain toast with avocado. Why? Because these foods are loaded with omega-3s, antioxidants, nitrates, zinc, all nutrients your body needs to support erections, hormone balance, and a healthy prostate. I remember one patient, Thomas, 68. He didn't change anything drastic, just his breakfast. After a month, he came back and said, "Doc, I didn't know food could make that big of a difference down there, but it can." And it does. Your penis doesn't need pills or promises. It needs proper fuel. And that fuel starts at the breakfast table. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for the usual, ask yourself, what is this meal doing for me? Am I feeding my strength, my confidence, my future? A small change in the morning can lead to big changes in how you feel, physically, emotionally, intimately. And up next, we're going to tackle a quiet habit that might be working against all the good you're doing. It's not what you eat, but where you sit and how long you sit there. Let's get into it. Now that your body is fueled and ready, let's talk about something most men don't even realize is slowing them down: sitting too long. I remember the moment it clicked for me. I was sitting at the table after breakfast, reading the paper, just like I had done for years. But that day, I noticed how stiff my hips felt, how sluggish my whole lower body seemed. And I started to wonder, was this just age or something else? So I began looking deeper, and what I found shocked me. The way we sit and how long we stay sitting directly affects our circulation, our erections, and even our ability to control our bladder. When we sit for long periods, especially first thing in the morning after hours of sleep, we put pressure on the pelvic floor muscles, the very ones responsible for supporting healthy erections and urinary function. And for older men, this can lead to something called pelvic floor dysfunction, a condition that causes everything from weak flow to urinary urgency to problems with arousal. But here's the good news. The fix is simple. You don't need to join a gym or run a marathon. All I started doing was setting a timer to get up and walk for 5 to 10 minutes after breakfast. Sometimes I'd walk to the mailbox. Other days, I'd just do a few laps around the kitchen. It doesn't matter where you go. It matters that you move. One of my patients, Jerry, 74, told me, "Doc, that little walk made me feel like my old self again." And I believed him, because I felt it too. That small act of movement wakes up your circulatory system, relieves pressure on your pelvic area, and gets your body back in sync. Remember, we weren't built to sit still all day. Our bodies are designed to move, to shift, to stay alive through motion, and even 5 minutes can make a world of difference. So tomorrow, after your healthy breakfast, instead of sinking into the couch, stand up, stretch your legs, take a few steps. It's one more way of saying to yourself, I still care, I'm still in this. And coming up next, we'll talk about a powerful bonus habit, one that most men never think about, but that can dramatically support blood flow, hormone balance, and even prostate function. Let's take it one step further. Now here's a bonus habit that almost no one talks about, but one that can quietly improve circulation, hormonal health, and even prostate function over time. It's a simple, gentle massage. Right after you shower, while your body is warm and clean, take just 30 to 60 seconds to gently massage the scrotum and the perineum. That's the area between the base of your scrotum and your anus. This spot is home to important nerves, blood vessels, and connective tissue that support sexual function, urinary control, and even hormone balance. And yet, most men never give it a second thought. You don't need pressure, you're not trying to fix anything. Just place your fingers softly and use small circular motions. Think of it like warming the soil before planting seeds. Gentle touch sends a powerful signal to your nervous system. This area matters. Keep it healthy. If your skin tends to be dry, you can use a drop of natural oil, like coconut or vitamin E oil. Just make sure it's unscented and gentle on sensitive skin. One man I worked with, Bill 70, was skeptical at first. He said, "Doc, that sounds weird." But I encouraged him to just try it for a week. When he came back, he said, "Honestly, I feel more connected to my body. My flow is stronger, and I'm not rushing to the bathroom like I used to." That's the power of attention. Not force, not fear, just focused care. This isn't about turning your shower into a spa day. It's about building respect into your routine. That little circle of skin below your scrotum, it holds more influence over your energy, confidence, and comfort than most men realize. So tomorrow morning, after your shower, take a moment, check in, breathe, and gently reconnect with the part of you that so often gets ignored. You might be surprised how much better you feel, physically and emotionally, after just a few mornings of this. And in our final part, I want to bring it all together. The mindset, the habits, and the quiet but powerful message your body is trying to send you. Let's wrap this journey up the right way. If you've made it this far, I want to say something from the heart. Thank you, not just for watching, but for caring. For choosing to pay attention to a part of your body that's often ignored, joked about, or even judged. That choice, that's strength. You see, what we've talked about in this series, these 8 morning habits, they're not flashy. They don't come in a bottle or a prescription. They're simple, quiet actions that send a powerful message. I'm still here. I'm still worth the effort. Morning inspection. Drinking water. Stretching. Checking your erection. Cleaning gently. Eating intentionally. Moving after breakfast. And reconnecting with parts of yourself that you may not have touched or respected in years. Each one might seem small on its own, but together they create something bigger, a foundation of trust between you and your body. And that matters, because I've sat across from hundreds of men who thought it was too late. Too late to change, too awkward to ask, too far gone to fix. But I've watched those same men regain energy, improve function, feel proud again, not because of some miracle cure, but because they started with one quiet decision to pay attention. That's all it takes. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do everything at once. Just start. Start with one habit tomorrow morning. Then build, slowly, kindly, consistently. Your body doesn't need punishment. It needs partnership. And your future? It's still yours to shape. If this series spoke to you, I invite you to share it with someone who might need it. A friend, a brother, even your doctor. Let them know they're not alone. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click subscribe and turn on the bell. That way, you won't miss what's coming next, because we're not done. In the next videos, we'll explore even more ways to support your health, energy, and vitality as you age, with clarity, with dignity, and with compassion. Remember, you're not broken. You're not past your prime. You're still here, and you still matter. Let's keep going, together.